Now from our news team, this is WRDE Coast TV News at 6.
Peaceful protests continue in Baltimore over the death of a man who died while in police custody. There are new questions tonight about delays in a public report on the arrest of Freddie Gray. Also new tonight, what police say happened to the 25-year-old leading up to the arrest. Concern and frustration are spreading, hundreds marching in cities across the country overnight, including Delmarva. Good evening, I'm Amanda Decker.
And I'm Roy Hobbs. Tonight, National Guard, local and state police remain on the scene in Baltimore to maintain order. In our continuing coverage of the Baltimore riots, we begin with the Denise Sawyer report. She speaks with Berlin SWAT team leader who was deployed to Baltimore at the peak of its riot.
It's day 4 and the embattled city of Baltimore remains under a state of emergency. Tonight, there is a sense of calmness, a completely different story from Monday night when the Baltimore police force was outnumbered and had to call in 5,000 additional officers, including the Berlin SWAT team.
I got a reckless driving bullet for you, motorcycle.
When we were coming into Baltimore on I-83, it was almost surreal, like you're going into a war zone. 6 of the 8 SWAT team members were deployed to Baltimore. There was a lot of smoke crossing the interstate from building fires. Once we got into the city, there were pockets of people that you would see, but for the most part, the streets were empty. The Baltimore Police Department, the 8th largest police force in the nation, lost control of Maryland's largest city Monday night. Governor Larry Hogan quickly stepped in, declaring a state of emergency. He called for additional officers that night at around 7 p.m. 30 minutes later, Berlin police in Worcester County rally up its troops and hit the road at 9:30. About 3 hours later, they touched down in Baltimore. One of the biggest challenges for me was going into an unknown area that I was not familiar with. So the unknown was a little bit unnerving because you did not know what would be arriving around the next corner waiting for you. Berlin SWAT team was stationed at the epicenter of the chaos, right here where CVS went up in flames. We are trained to expect the unexpected and also be able to develop. But no one expected such devastation. Close to 200 vehicles and 20 buildings were set ablaze, 37 fire engines, 8 truck companies, and 2 heavy rescue units from surrounding counties had to respond. It's not an easy time to be a police officer today. It was a tough job at a very contentious time, which is why a simple thank you goes a long way. We're very fortunate to still have a lot of people that do understand that we have a tough job to do. It's not always easy. I'm Denise Sawyer with WRDE Coast TV News.